Hi guys! So today we're going to talk about applying Hey guys! So today we're going to talk about applying effective picking to your solos. So let me know that you can hear me okay and see me, and we'll get started. All right, so I'm going to talk about, okay. All right, let's make sure that this is going to both YouTube and Facebook, so let me know if you can see me. But we're going to go over effective picking for your solos, so how to apply it. So I'm going to talk about 3 different picking techniques. So I'm just going to check in and see if you guys can see me. Okay. Awesome. So I'll play a little bit. Alright, so today I wanted to give you some exercises and 3 different picking techniques that you can apply to your solos. So let me make sure this is going and we are all good. Okay, so we're going to go over hybrid picking, we're going to go over alternate picking, and economy picking. So if you have questions, please list them below. I'm going to give you guys a special offer too, just for being a part of this show. And I'll also be answering questions at the very end. So stick around and feel free to ask questions about whatever. So let me check. Okay, so let's go over some exercises. So we've done a lot of alternate picking exercises, but we can go over those really quick. But okay, let me know that it's all going well. I'm hearing that it might be a little crazy. So let's make sure we're good. I'm going to play for a second while it works itself out. All right. Okay, I think I'm good. All right, cool. Sorry, there were a little bit of technical difficulties, but that's okay. You can just shred and then have fun, and then they all go away and stuff, and people are helping you. So cool. So I want to talk about those 3 different ways to pick. So we have talked a lot about alternate picking, which is my most favorite things to do. I love alternate picking. I think it is the most powerful tool you can have in your arsenal because if you think about it, no matter what, you're going twice as fast as you ever would without it, right? Because you're utilizing all the motion. And so it's really effective because you're giving less effort and you're faster, and there's really just nothing bad about it. So the most important thing that you can do is get your alternate picking down. That's what my advice would be. So we won't talk too much about it because we have a lot before. So remember that if you want to check out any other videos I've done, you'll see I have 5 speed picking tips with guitar control. and a bunch of other speed picking lessons that we've done. Again, feel free to ask questions and I'll answer them as we go. So speed picking, my favorite go-to speed picking exercise is the Paul Gilbert. I can't help it. Paul Gilbert's speed picking exercises and techniques and videos all help me a lot. He does this. So let me back this up a little bit so you can see me. And I know some of you said that it's really hard to fall without fret markers. So I used a guitar with fret markers today. This is an awesome ESP. All right, let's check it out. So on the 5th fret, I'm going 5 and down. So alternate means switching between down and up, right? So we're going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So I go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So you can see that my wrist is moving really easily, right? My hand, my arm isn't like going crazy. Nothing is going crazy. There's different ways you can do that. You can, do a fist. Some people like to do that. You can let your hand be relaxed and all hands out. I guess that's like a Boy Scout salute or something, or is like, okay, something like that. Or you can plant a finger. I've never done too well planting a finger, but I do switch between having a fist and having an open hand. But lately, I'm more about the open hand. I think it's more relaxed. So 5, 7, 8, 5 on the 5th string. Everything else is on the 6th string. Back to the 6th string. 8, 7, 5. And starting slow and then building up. Oops. There we go. So, also you can make a ton of different variations of that. So these are all just ideas. You can make up your own exercises based off these concepts and these ideas that I'm showing you. So let me make sure we're good. Cool. And remember, feel free to ask questions, leave comments, and I'm going to go ahead and leave that link now. So let me grab it for you guys. This is to our Ultimate Guitar Control Secrets collection. We've been doing these live streams and really trying to focus on talking about playing from the heart, because that's what we're all about in guitar control. And so this link is for our Guitar Control Secrets, our video. It's an awesome lesson video that we've been, made for you guys, and we want you guys to, sorry, I'm having trouble finding my video to send it to you guys on. Oh, here we go. But, oh, sorry, we don't. All right, so blending different things, blending technique, our fretboard knowledge, and our brain-hand connection. So this is something that, you don't hear people talk about or teach, so we want to do that. Oh, hi, Justin. And hi, Naomi, and congratulations on your baby. All right, so I'm going to pin that comment. I'm going to put one in YouTube, too. So alternate picking, that is your #1 go-to. That is seriously a lifesaver. And remember, it's just utilizing all those motions, and always do this really relaxed. There's no need to, there shouldn't be a ton of effort or any stress. So if you ever have any, and there it is in YouTube. So if you ever have any pain or anything, take a break. You don't have to go crazy, but it is good, to push yourself and work hard. So alternate picking. I'm going to show you one more alternate picking one, and then we'll move on to a different. So that's the one I just did. Sorry, I have so many screens to switch between. Okay, so that's the one we just did. Right, you can do other little variations where you go. All that I did was I did the same thing and then I doubled up on that transition. So when I got to 8 on the 6th string to go to 5 on the 5th string, I doubled it up. So 5, 7, 8, 5, 8, 5, 8, 7, 5. You can mix them together. So that's cool. The other one I really, really like, so last alternate picking one, I'm sorry, it's my favorite. But the last alternate picking one is to go like this. So I went 5, 7, 8, 5, 8, 7, 5, and just that 1 5 on the 5th string, everything else on the 6th. And then straight up, and then down. So I like those a lot. I think they're really helpful. But remember, it's more about slowing them down and then playing them fast. So with any of these, you're going to want to slow them down and then play them fast. And, you know, when we say how to apply these techniques to your solos, it depends on what you're doing in your solo. But now that you'll have these 3 different picking options, hopefully it helps you or inspires you to create some new licks or helps you kind of master ones that you're already doing. So let's go ahead and try hybrid. So hybrid picking is mixing sweeping and, economy is what I want to do next. Economy picking is mixing sweeping and speed picking, no, alternate picking. So it's taking the concept of sweeping and mixing it, sorry, I can't even see myself, and mixing it with picking. So alternate picking, down, up, down, up, down, up. But what they're doing is they're eliminating when you go down and up and you're switching between 2 strings, what they're doing is doubling up on a down if they're going down and doubling up on an up if they're going up. So you know, some people find that hard when you're alternate picking to do that extra jump. So when we went like this, some people find that hard. So to eliminate it, they're just going down, down. But the best exercise, I think, for doing this are those, you know, 2 string sweeps. I think those help a lot because that's exactly what it is. And mix those 2. So I like this little Ingve one. I guess it's Alcatraz really from Bigfoot. Where he goes. Right? And he goes. But it's just mixing that idea. So that's the difference. It's just one solid movement at first when we go down, down, up, and then we go up. So it's really just changing when you're switching strings. It's not changing anything else but that. So on this first one, I'm barring the 4th fret, the 4th and 3rd strings. I go down, down, and then up. I'm on with my pinky on the 7th fret, 3rd string. So down, down, up, down, down, up. And whenever you're learning something new like this, like if I'm doing sweeping or anything that's exaggerating a movement like that, because it's one of those things that seems like it should be easy, but sometimes it's not, exaggerate that movement. So really push through when you're practicing. And then when you get to showtime or, you know, jam time or anything, you won't have to exaggerate so much anymore because it'll kind of be ingrained in you. So down, down, up, down, down, up. So you can do that like 4 or 8 times. 4, I guess. And then I'm changing just the first note to, I went from 4 to 5, so then I'm going 5, 4, 7. Then I use my 3rd finger, 6. So practice just those 3 right now. I'm going to lower the camera so you can see a little bit better. So you'll notice a huge difference, right? Instead of seeing my wrist go like this, you saw one movement and then up. So you can really see that drag. Instead of the, right, you see this. And we switch. And then I just took that 2nd shape, moved it up. And then the next one. So switching between those. So 4, 4, 7, 5, 4, 7, 6, 4, 7, and then 7, 6, 9, and then 8, 6, 9, and then 9, 9, 8, 11. So I think that one is also really helpful. All right, I'm going to check in on you guys. Let's see. Your 5-year-old daughter won't let you practice. Well, you should just get her a guitar too. I think that would be cool. I always wished I had started when I was 5. That's my dream. I've never did that, and I think it turned out pretty well for him. So, but I mean, I guess. But you can find a lot of really cute little guitars. Also, yeah, check it out, guys. So, how to play from your heart. So, check out that link that I put in above, and please leave comments and let us know what other subjects you want us to go over, because we're going to be doing these live streams every week. So, I'm here every Tuesday. Christopher, you want to see what again? Which exercise? I'll do it again, or you can always rewind it. And yes, it is an ESP. It's an LTD. It's a glitter top. So Christopher Redden, you said you want to see it again, so just let me know which exercise, and you got it. All right. So let's see. Oh, William, thank you. How cool. Hopefully I'll be back at NAMM next year. That was a lot of fun. William said he saw me play at NAMM last year, which is cool. I love NAMM. Yes, hybrid picking exercise. The one that I decided to pick, but we can always go over this topic again. We can do a different one. As I was thinking, oh man, I forget the name of the song actually. I think it's Philip Phillips song, and I just get it a lot when I'm teaching, so I thought it would be cool to give you an exercise that's also a song, because then it's like 2 birds with 1 stone kind of thing. So let's see. I think it's called Home. I'm pretty sure it's called Home. It's his big hit. If I'm wrong, I'll leave a comment and I will tell you that I was wrong, and I'll tell you the right title. But this is how the song goes. I was just thinking of it before we were getting started. So I'm going to clean up my guitar by just turning the volume up a little bit. So I did have a distorted tone because when shredding, it's fun to have one. But you can easily clean it back, or clean it up by dialing back a little bit with your volume. So I'm going to lower this so you can see my guitar. I'm making just a C major shape. I think it's... So this isn't a solo, but it is hybrid picking. So hybrid picking is finger picking with, with your pick, I guess. So this is more of a finger picking exercise. But let's get started with it, and we will go with it. And we can also, keep your pick in it too. But I like to actually, or I guess that one song, what is it? Okay, I'm going to have to think while I'm doing this. But let's just get a little bit of finger picking in, and then we can mix it with hybrid picking. But hybrid picking is for those players like rockabilly, bluegrass players that maybe want to keep their pick in their hand, but they need to catch a note by, using their fingers. So I think it's important to start this off by even knowing how to finger pick, at least a little bit. So you could keep your pick in. I find it kind of harder to do that, but I like to just finger pick or pick, but, that's probably because I like a lot of metal stuff. And I kind of do my finger picking when I play metal, and when I play acoustic, and I play singer-songwriter stuff. But just moving between. This exercise I thought was pretty cool, because it's one of those songs that sounds pretty simple, but it's actually a little bit challenging, but it's going to get you moving. So, and leave other examples that you want to see of hybrid picking, and economy picking, and speed picking, and alternate picking. So I'm going thumb on the 5th string, and then I lower my thumb to the 4th string, and I use my middle finger at the same time, and I pick the 4th and 2nd strings. Then back to 6. And then I go for 3rd string, 4th string, so I go, and I just repeat it. And then I thought what was cool is he changes to this like F shape by just putting by just putting down his pinky. So, I'm sorry, I'm changing the note. So I go from the C, and I just change that one note. But I thought this was cool because it's an exercise that's also kind of has a goal in it. But we will mix some of that picking in too. So, C, and then pinky down. C, pinky down. And a lot of really awesome players actually kind of incorporate some finger picking, which is cool. I like to mess around with it sometimes. I think it's something that's kind of cool to, throw in there if it's like a note that you want to... you know, you wouldn't normally do, maybe. But it's something that you're gonna throw in when you are, it's like would be a really big skip. So maybe you're doing something up here, but you want a high note or something like that. You would use your fingers in turn to grab that note, or something simple. But it's kind of a cool, another just like bonus tool that you can add in. So let me see how we're doing on time. Oh, we're actually getting close. So I'm gonna read some of the comments and stuff and see what you guys are saying. Oh man, some of them I don't know when they're in other languages. I'm sorry. Okay, mine always lags, so I'm just gonna play for a second while it lags. So I guess the more and more I think about the topic, when you're saying applying effective picking, so we have those three things, but there's also all these other things that you can do too. So it's just what you want to add in there. So effective picking is like also thinking of the dynamics that you want to hear, but also maybe thinking of the, you know, what is actually easier. So sometimes alternate picking is actually easier. Sometimes, you know, for those little sweeps that I showed you, that would never be easier. Or for big jumps, hybrid picking would be easier. But it's all about making it as simple as possible. But also, you know, you do want to think about other things that you're going to throw in too. Oh, hi, Denny. Thank you. My name's Stephanie Pickard. Thank you. I'm on the Guitar Control website a lot on the YouTube channel. I have videos that will be up there. I also do these live streams once a week, so tune in every Tuesday at 7 Central. String skipping. String skipping is awesome. I love string skipping. My favorite thing to throw it in with is, let's see, the octaves. I used to do it with the traveling thing. I can't remember it though. Okay, I'm gonna have to think of that tapping one. But string skipping is also very awesome. So let me show you what it is. So it's literally skipping a string, right? So we're going from this string, I'm on the 6th string, 5, 7, 8, and then I do exactly what it sounds like I do. I skip over a string and I go to the next one. So I mess around with going, or, you know, we can do a more complicated one. So how about I show you one first, and then I'll show you the other one. So on the 6th string, I went 5, 7, 8, and then I jumped an octave, and I went, you know, the octave shape, which is 8 notes apart, or the same note, one lower voicing to a higher voicing. So 5, 7, 8, and then I'm also actually alternate picking while I'm string skipping, so you can blend some of these together too. So 5, 7, 8, 7, 9, 10. So then, instead of going back, I go just up one string, so I'm not string skipping this time, but I'm going to in a second. 5, 7, 8. Now on the 5th string, to the 3rd string, 7, 9, 10. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then I just ended with 9 on the 3rd string. Or what I was doing was coming back on these shapes. So 5, 7, 8, and then 9, or sorry, 7, 9, 10, 9, 7, then 5, 7, 8. octaves is really cool too. Like, right? I just moved all over the guitar, and instead of doing a bunch of different scale patterns, I just use octave shapes. Using it to kind of move around. So I think string skipping is awesome. What kind of strings do I use? I am using GHS strings. I use 10s. I like 10s a lot. But, you know, you do have to change them sometimes when you drop tunings. Are there tabs for the topics covered? Not tabs for these live streams, but there are tabs for all of the videos that I have done and all the other instructors on our YouTube channel. So if you go to youtube.com/guitar control and check out guitarcontrol.com. And remember, please, this offer, it might expire, so this is for you guys. This is the discount offer to get our Guitar Control secrets. So, you know, even though I've been on this channel for a while now, so some of you have seen me and some of you haven't, but I've been doing a lot of the videos for a while now, but Guitar Control has been around for over 10 years. And we have tons of products, we have really cool DVDs, and the one that I want to help you guys get is Playing From Your Heart, because it's something that I truly believe in, and it was really cool and really refreshing for me to be a part of a company that is also doing that, because I feel like, you know, anybody can learn something if you really just mindlessly try, but like, you want your own voice on the guitar, and you don't want to sound just like me, you don't want to sound just like, you know, Jimi Hendrix, or maybe you do, or Steve Vai. I mean, the only reason is because they already exist. So you want to take what are they doing to get their voice out? How do you get the things from your head out of your hands? And blending a lot of things from the people that you like and listen to, and taking some of these tips is really going to help. So please check those out. All right, we are getting close to question time. So somebody had asked me to repeat an exercise. These will be up, though, so you can also rewind. But if you ask again and tell me which part you're talking about, I can definitely do that for you. So I'm sorry, I'm switching between YouTube and what is my favorite style? I do a lot of shred guitar stuff, which I love because I think it's really fun. But I also do a lot of singer-songwriter stuff. So my favorite style, though, is probably has to be the shred stuff. I mean, it depends on my mood. I love writing songs, but you know, it's hard when someone puts a guitar in your hand. It's hard to not want to shred. I think so, at least. So I like a lot of metal, and I like a lot of the, you know, shred music. Awesome. Thanks, Leon. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And ncisco78 said, what did you miss? Don't worry. We just did, maybe I'll just recap since you said that. But we just did several different exercises in picking and things, how to apply effective picking to our solos. So remember, sorry, I'm going to flip back. Cool. Where did I get my awesome guitar? It's an ESP. I'm very lucky they gave it to me to use. So I really like this guitar. I don't know if you can see it, but it is super cool. My fiance has been playing for them for years, and he came home one day and bought it for me from them. So I was really excited. It plays awesome. It looks awesome. And it has, I don't know if you can even tell how glittery it is, but it's very cool. It's very easy to play. Okay. Brian is asking, how do you apply the right modes in order to make the solo make sense no matter what riff you're doing it over? Let's see. That sounds like a longer topic, but I think what you're asking me, oh, cool. Sorry, that was a really interesting comment. Brian was saying that you can actually slow down the YouTube videos. That's crazy. And no, the other, okay, so one Brian said that and the other Brian said that. No, that's not a bad question. It's actually a really great question that you asked that, because that could be a much longer topic. So that could be a whole another one of these. But if you're asking how to apply the same solo over different things, knowing your roots helps a ton. So, I mean, you might need to change keys and stuff, and it could be more complicated than just a really short answer that I give you now. But, knowing, I think the best things that you can do as a guitar player at any level is knowing the string names. You'd be surprised how many people don't that are like pros and everything, at least on the 6th and 5th strings, because that is just like a super powerful tool. If you know how to move around there, you can find roots, shapes, scales, and you can shift around easily and effortlessly. So you could easily move from one position to another that may be way closer than you even thought. Like if you're playing something and instead of using this open E, you end up using the E here, but, say you don't know that and you're only playing things in the open string, you might not realize that a riff could be played just right in a box or something like that. But to move the same lick, like say you play, now I'm in A minor. If I move up, I'm in A sharp minor, B flat minor. If I move up again, now I'm in B, and then if I moved up a half step, I'm in C. And if I want to go higher, going around the 12th fret, I'm in E, and that's all because I know my notes. So I'm just saying that if you know your notes and you know if it's minor, major, if it's Phrygian, if it's this, you're able to move at least by just knowing those roots. Maybe simply if you know the key of the song, and always rely on your ear. Your ear's your best friend too. I hope that answers your question. You're using, oh, cool, glad. Because you're working on a song on drop D. That is always really annoying. But since you're in drop D, just remember to look at your positions like a whole step ahead. So since you're in drop D, everything else is the same though, right? So if you're soloing in E, like say it's an E minor solo, you're still going to be here. But, you're going to have to be a little more sensitive about those notes. If you're doing like a speed picking run, you're not going to want to start it there. So that's where it gets a little awkward, but that's why 7s are cool too though. But just for that 6th string is where it would be awkward for you. Do I hold my pick differently when strumming than I do when I'm picking? Oh, thank you so much. That's really nice. It's Emil, I think. So Emil, so that was doing awesome, which I appreciate. It's always a little weird talking to yourself in a room, so that's cool. And he's asking if I hold my pick differently when I'm strumming and when I'm picking. So let's see. That's like a really interesting question, I think, because I find it very interesting when you're teaching someone and you tell them how to hold a pick, because, taught for years now, and in books and stuff, it'll tell you what to tell somebody, but I never think it's actually quite what you tell someone. So they'll always say, like, pretend you're holding an egg or something, and you put your hand out and place your pick down and you put your thumb down. But that's not really comfortable. Like, that's very stiff to me. It's not really how I do want to hold my pick. So the best thing that I learned, because I actually had a really huge wrist injury, and I was told, and it was kind of long, and it was awful, and I was told I would never play fast again, and long story short, they're wrong, and I was able to build up my speed and actually get really, really the right technique instead of what I was doing. I used to pick like really angled like this, but I was picking fast, and so some of my teachers said, if it's not broken, don't fix it, and I was psycho, wanted to practice for hours and hours and hours, and I ended up hurting myself. So if something hurts, that's why I'm always saying, like, it's okay to slow down and take a break, but I hold my pick in line with my arm. So it's a very metal, like, shred thing to pick the way that I'm picking, so you don't have to. But I would always say that your pick should be in line with your arm at an angle or flat. So I have mine in line, so it's all going this way. So everything in my arm is going the same direction. The angle of the pick, everything. And then I'm picking like that. When I strum, sorry, that might be really obnoxious with all that distortion. So when I'm strumming, it is the same. So I would say it is the same, but I think the things that you might have noticed are that my wrist is a lot looser when I'm strumming. When I'm picking, it's a lot tighter. So anything with speed picking and stuff, I get asked a lot about speed picking, probably because I like it a lot, which is cool. Is it's all really tight and it's really sufficient. Like everything is as little movement as possible, little effort as possible, because then I can apply all that effort into being faster. Is it Giselle? I teach guitar lessons off of YouTube? I teach guitar lessons in a lot of formats. So I teach them in person. I teach them online. I used to. And now I teach them through guitarcontrol.com on their YouTube channel. So I teach them like that. But you can always ask me questions on any of those sites. I'm on Instagram, is Shredanie. It's my name in Shred, so it's SHREDANIE. And then my name is Stephanie Pickard. Let's see. Awesome. All right. So we're doing really well on time. Oh, let's see. Question: have you had a chance to play? I have played a wild audio guitar. They are awesome. They are very cool. I would say my fiance and I both played them at NAMM for like their demo video. So there's a video of me playing one and him playing one and a couple other guitar players. I think one of the girls from the Iron Maidens is playing one and I forget who else is playing them. But they had a bunch of us come and play them and film us and ask our feedback. And I forget the name of the shape that I played, but I thought it was really cool. It was awesome. It was really easy to play. It had a really thick neck, but it also felt super shreddable. So that was really cool. Okay. Oops. Sorry, I dropped my pick. The Twitch hand effect. Are you saying, let's see. Sure. Tremolo picking is like the super metal picking, and like the crazy one that Van Halen does. You can use the Twitch technique. I think. Are you just talking about how I'm playing? You can. I use like the same method for all of it because I did have that like really bad wrist injury and I actually learned a lot from it. And I was very lucky. I went to Musicians Institute and I got to take some lessons from Paul Gilbert, which is super cool. And I was very lucky about that. And I got to study with Bruce Boyer from Racer X for a while and Chris Broderick from Megadeth. And I got to ask them a lot of cool questions and learn a lot about technique. And I use the same picking. I pretty much don't think about it as much as I used to. But I am just sitting there and using the same technique, little effort, everything is just So he's asking about tremolo picking, which is, he's saying it's in a lot of black metal, that giggling and stuff. But it is the same kind of thing. It's super fast. It's like playing a phrase that might be like, but you're, picking a ton. So they're playing kind of almost like it's a rhythm section, or they're taking a melody and they're making it extended by, instead of playing one note, they're doing really consistent alternate picking. So it's all alternate. I always think the 9 chords they use are cool, like the stacked fifths. I used to play in a death metal band that did a lot of that, and I think it's actually very helpful for your picking, so that probably helped a lot too. That kind of stuff helped me use my pinky. It's really important to incorporate your pinky too. Your ring finger is a lot stronger, but your pinky comes in handy. No pun intended, since it's on your hand. Sorry. All right, let me see. But yes, it is in a lot of black metal, and it is a very cool technique. So that is another cool, effective thing that you can throw into your picking. So it's really cool that you guys have a lot of suggestions because there's so many things that you can throw in, right? We learned that you can do hybrid picking when you can't reach something and you need to throw in another finger. We learned that you can do economy picking if you're having trouble getting that alternate picking jumping over a string, or it just makes more sense, or you're doing, a tiny sweep. You can also do sweep picking in general, which would be extending that, right? So we've brushed sweep picking like a tiny bit in a couple of these, but we've never done a whole like big long thing about it. But you know. I do notice my finger does a different movement when I do that. You can see my thumb. You can see my thumb moving differently because the whole guitar is moving, right? But I'm still applying that same kind of picking idea that economy picking is doing, but it's almost like it's exaggerated. So imagine it extended. So I'm going down, pull off, up, up, and then I switch to down when it's time to turn the whole position around. Or if you want to start with a smaller shape, the 3-string is the same idea. You know, when I did the 5-string, I did 2 notes on 1 string, but this one is just 2 notes on the top string, and then everything else is 1. So I'm going 12, 8, 10, 9, 10, 8. So pull up, down, 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 pull up, with the up, down, 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 up, down, up. So it goes down, pull off, up, down, down, down. I did an up, down, down, down. So what it does is, it's always hard to put it into words, which sounds kind of silly, but what it does is it's always keeping everything really neat. So whenever it's time to flip, you don't waste any time and you go to that opposite side. So it's like up, down when it's time to flip. And same when you're going down, down, up. So it's always the very last note before you switch, so that it keeps everything all aligned. So sweep picking is also another awesome thing to have. Yes, the action is super important. So Anne-Marie is asking, you know, does guitar action help hinder fast playing? Like, yes, I think so. I mean, I guess everybody can have a different opinion, but I like really low action. You don't want your action too low because then, you know, your guitar will, I can't think of the word right now, but it cuts out. So it doesn't sound good anymore. So it just kind of frets out. So what you want to do is you want low action, but just low enough. So this is pretty low. This is how it came. I didn't change it, but it's pretty low. But the action is, you know, how far away it is. So I would even maybe make it lower. It's lower on some of my other guitars. But at the same time, you need to find a balance, because if it's so low that it's muddy or it's not good, then obviously that's not the way to go. But if you ever like get a guitar from the store and it's crazy, or someone gifts you a guitar that's maybe like your great grandma's or something, and you're wondering like why it's hard to play, and you get this acoustic guitar and the strings are this far away, you know, or that wasn't a good example, but this is the guitar neck, and it's this is hard to figure out the camera. If this is the guitar neck and this is the strings and it's super far away, it's harder to play because you're pushing more effort, right? So find that happy medium of what you like. But I like the action very low because, I don't know, it's better for shred. Yeah, no problem. Oh, that's awesome. Hi, from India. That is super cool. So I'll take some questions now, and then we're done. So remember, look over all these things. My number one, as always, is that alternate picking, because you just can't beat it. But, you know, it is cool. Oh, that's cool, Alexander. That's awesome. I'm glad that helped. So yeah, guys, check it out. So check out the link. Thank you, Brian. All right, so check out the link below. And remember, you'll get a special discount code. I don't know how long it'll be up there, but you will get a special discount code for watching this today. So our guitar control secrets. So like I was saying, it's mixing these 3 different things. I didn't really go that in depth with it, so I'll go a little more in depth right now. But and then I'll take more questions, and then I will see you on Friday for a short tip lesson, and then next Tuesday for another long lesson. But it's mixing these 3 things, right? We have our fretboard knowledge. Well, first we have our techniques. So techniques are what we just talked about. You know, speed picking is a technique. Sweeps, hammer-on pull-offs, anything like that. And those are also other effective picking techniques that I didn't say are legato. Sorry, that's pretty. legato stuff. Tapping. These are all effective picking techniques. So I mean, tapping, I guess, isn't, and legato actually isn't, which is probably why I didn't talk about it. But they're also effective techniques you can throw into your solos. So if something is ever really hard, you can also throw in that legato. But anyways, these techniques, legato, anything like that. So hammer-on pull-offs, tapping, sliding, these are all techniques. So that's one thing that we'll talk about in the Killer Guitar Control Secrets. The second thing is your fretboard knowledge, which is what I was mentioning earlier that I thought was really important, is learning the notes. So this can be scales, chords, anything like that. Triads, well, triads are chords, but arpeggios, anything like that. That would be your fretboard knowledge. And then hand-brain connection. So taking all the things in your head and getting them out of your hands. So applying all of these things to have the biggest goal of playing from your heart. So this is Claude's Killer Guitar Control Secrets. And Claude is the owner of All Guitar Control, and he's super awesome. And it was very inspiring to hear him talk about this, and get the chance to talk to him about it and playing from your heart and everything that, is really important. And that sometimes, I do think a lot of us maybe that's what we want to learn, but, that's not what magazines are talking about. And that's not what a lot of lessons are talking about. So this is a very, very good lesson video DVD that will show you how to do this and go in depth on how to find your voice and how to play from your heart. So just go ahead and check it out. Can I play Smoke on the Water? I can. Like right now, or you mean do I know how to? That is like the go-to song. I always teach it to beginners on one string, which actually, if you're a beginner and you know one, that's the best riff. But I always make it more like Zach Wildy, or, sorry, I was getting my turn up. No one usually asks me to play Smoke on the Water, but there you go. Does the amp volume distortion lower the action too? Your amp volume has nothing to do with the action. Not to my knowledge. Your amp volume has to do with the distortion, but it doesn't lower your action. The action is something where you go in and you screw like the parts and it lowers it. So from the bridge. Brian says arg. I don't know why you said that, but I hope it was like arg. I like shred. All right, let's see. Oh, cool. Thanks, Cisco. More agility in my right hand than my left hand, and it disturbs me. That is a really common problem. So I had already talked about it before, but let's see. Wait, Brian, you never said what arg means, but I will. Hold on. So I'm going to answer this other question first. So talking about the difference in your hands. So the difference in your hands, a lot of people have a really fast picking hand. So if that is your right hand, I don't know if you're left-handed or not, but not everybody, but it's easier to have a faster right hand. So syncing both of your hands. Even if it disturbs you, just slow down. So take whatever you're doing and play it slow, where you can play it totally hand synced, easy, and then speed it up. So you can either do it with a metronome or you can just do it, excuse me, I hiccuped. You can just do it by ear. So you can either just go and then test yourself. And then go, okay, I can do it. Or, okay, that's a little out of reach, so I'm going to slow it down. But just syncing those hands up and really practicing slow. I really believe in that. Some people don't, but playing slow to play fast changed my playing. So I would say it's pretty 100% the way to go. All right, I'm going to go back to Facebook. Okay, am I in a band? I'm not in a band at the moment. I do a lot of stuff on Instagram, so I do a lot of like shred clips and stuff. But I want to do my own shred solo CD, so that's what I'm kind of working on right now. But I have been in bands and I have toured and I've done a lot of gigs and stuff, but I'm mostly right now just into recording, and so that's what I want to do. I also do really funny holiday videos with my fiance and our dog. So you can see our dog play keyboard in a Halloween video. That's pretty funny, but I like to do that kind of stuff. And I like songwriting a lot, and I teach a lot. play something I like. I just like to play in general. Let's see. Sample shreds. Sorry, they said sample shreds. I've been like reading while I'm playing, so excuse some of the weirdness. Whole lot of love. I think I did a lesson video on that. So some of these things you guys are asking for are either awesome suggestions that we have done or ones I've done. Whole lot of love. I'd have to remember. Dang it. I'm pretty sure that's it. Sorry, I had to dig in my brain. But I'm pretty sure that's it. Cashmere I did a video for. I didn't have a stank face. I used to. I trained myself to smile when I played, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I used to have a really not flattering face when I played guitar. And so, pretty sure I did that to make my mom proud. I do have a blues background, kind of. My dad really loved blues, so I kind of started like that. I was like, wanted to play guitar. I liked like Blink-182 and all these random bands, and my dad showed me Cream and Led Zeppelin and a lot of blues players and Hendrix, and then I stopped listening to like everything but that. And then I got into metal because someone showed me children, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. All right, so thank you guys so much. I'm going to wrap it up. But remember, check out that special discount code. Let's see. Oh, thank you. So my expressions show that I love what I do. Thank you. Sometimes I get mixed feedback. Sometimes I think people think it's like rude. I never knew it was rude to smile. But I like smiling. Oh, thank you guys. That's awesome. Have I ever played a cigar box guitar? I have. I used to work before me and my fiance moved. I'm in Nashville now. We lived in Los Angeles, and I worked at Hans Zimmer Studio, and it was a really awesome experience. And we did TV music. I did TV music when I was there, and they had cigar box guitars, and they built them. So I bought cigar boxes to make them. We got them so we could make them here, but I haven't made mine yet, so we'll see. But they are cool, and they are supposed to be easy to make. So you make one, and you tell me if it's easy, and then I'll try it, or vice versa. But thank you guys. So remember, check out that discount code. Check me out here on Friday at 1 Central. And then again on Tuesday, I'll be back for another hour-long segment. And leave topics that you guys want to learn. So go ahead and leave topics and check out that DVD. So, we love what we're doing, and we just want to help you guys play from the heart and figure out the ways to do it. So any questions you have, go ahead and leave them below. Let's see. Oh, you build them? That's cool. There's a guy there that built a cigar box ukulele. That was really cool. Awesome. Thank you guys. So check out that link, and I will see you soon. And remember, Robert is also here on Thursday. So yeah, check it out. I'll see you soon, and we'll talk more about some shred stuff.